What's going on, everybody? This is Lady Luck here again. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and clicking on this video. As you can see the title of it, Umar, the Prince of Pan Crust Pizza, keeps lying like hell everywhere he goes. But he has certainly lied about the aspect of having any permits or inspections done at FDMG, along with the notion of contracts or vendors doing anything in that school, at least for the past 2 to 3 good years, to include leaving crap in a toilet. So I want to go through a couple of videos for you guys, and then I'm going to go on the City of Wilmington's website for the permits and inspections so that you all can see for yourself that the permits and inspections on file with the city have long gone been expired, some of which have been expired for at least 4 years. So it will beg the question, if you don't have a permit in place, who the hell are you hiring as a vendor to do any work in that building? Especially if you're expecting it to actually pass an inspection and for it to be suitable for children to enter the building itself. So before we get started, you guys need to hit that like button and subscribe to the Lady Luck Club because you know you want to do it. And consider becoming a member. There are a couple of videos that I'm going to be doing that are going to go to the members only. And it's basically some information that I would hope would keep the family members encouraged for the pursuit of trying to see their mother / grandmother / aunt / sister, that being Umar Johnson's mother. He's hiding her in the house, and I don't know why. But I find it to be deplorable. And of course, you guys can see how he keeps this school is how he probably keeps house, and it cannot be, a very clean situation going on at his mother's home. And he's shown on video himself of places where he's previously lived that looked like, a hurricane from a garbage spill flew through that home. So I just want to show these clips right quick, and then we're going to get to the actual documentation because that's what I'm about here in the Lady Luck Club. Once you guys hit that like button and subscribe, consider becoming a member. Then make sure you share the content with others. Let this information get out there because, receipts. So let's get to it. The first video we have up is a video from 4 years ago of Umar cleaning something. I don't know or care what, but like I said, he's not a vendor or contractor. He's not insured. And even if he's just cleaning here, he proclaims that he has vendors and contractors doing all of this work on the same building that still has yet to pass an inspection and actually open. And yet he gets on a, podcast, the Danza Project, talking about all he needs to do is lay down some floors and get a certificate of occupancy. You guys, please understand, he's saying the same lie over and over and over again. And yet he's not being fact-checked in real time. So I don't understand why the Danza Project didn't do their homework. But let's get to this video. This is 4 years ago now. And I want you all to pay attention to what's happening.
Yes. Wiping off our prints. With a Q hat on, a dress, and a pair of boots. You know why? Because I got to do the work. I got to do the work. It don't matter how we look. Just do the work.
You got to do the work.
Gotta do the work.
That's
If the world's most
bottle.
requested black scholar can still clean,
That part.
I save children for a living, I can still come and clean.
Y'all know when he squints his eyes and blink real hard like that, he's lying like hell. But pay attention to this Windex bottle because it will become relevant in a video 4 years later.
I travel the world raising the consciousness for a living, but I can still come and clean. Who are you not to clean? Jesus said the purpose of life is to serve. The purpose of life is to serve. Somebody said, as you single, you got another admirer.
Oh my God. Look, I'm only ready for a king. If he ain't a king,
She's only ready for a king.
I can't do this. No, you gotta be a king.
Why does Umar look so zesty saying that?
You gotta be
Shut up.
clean. You gotta have a school. You gotta be a world famous author. And
How about be able to brush his teeth, comb his hair, get a haircut, take a shower, not look like a disgusting slob? Can you include all those things? Have a job. Let's start with have a job, okay? have a job, have income coming in, not lie like hell about schools. Can you at least have someone that has a job? Oh God.
Well, they didn't hear you. What do you got to be?
6 feet tall, with big hands, strong, educated. He has to be a psychologist, and he has to own a school.
Y'all heard that?
He got to be helping our community. I only do kings. I'm sorry, guys.
Y'all heard that?
Now, if you guys are ready, we can have a conversation. But I really want y'all to understand it's not really about that, but it's really about uplifting the brothers for real. But you gotta be ready.
Oh yeah, uplifting those who are not employed and not encouraging them to actually get employment. You know, because how is Umar Johnson paying into, you know, our revenue structure here in the United States? How is he a contributing member of society again? He doesn't pay taxes. He doesn't even have a revenue. And the money that he uses is donation dollars that should be going towards what he claims to be a school. Did you ever address the mold growing on the outside of that building, girl? Who is this woman? Who this woman, Hoppo?
Let me get another nap.
Who this Hoppo?
When I come back down.
Who this?
Is she a potential wife? She said, mind your business.
Listen, tell them how long I've known you. How long?
She known me for 10 years, but I only seen her 3 times.
I don't care about none of that.
You know it.
Listen, ladies, have y'all ever been in a room with this brother?
No.
Ready, ladies, it's war out here.
I'm sure. Oh, he's cleaning the backboard.
Up on the wall. So you're already working on the strategy right now. We're about to get the gym popping. 3-on-3 basketball tournament for the boys and girls.
When is that? When is that?
4 years ago
3-on-3
now.
basketball tournament. 3-on-3 basketball tournament for the.
Now, Umar, why is your dumb ass up there on that ladder? I mean, if you fell and broke your neck, how exactly would you pay your medical expenses? I'm gonna be honest. I probably wouldn't feel bad because he shouldn't be up there in the first place. But why do you not have people who look like they're vendors and contractors in that building doing anything called service? Where are the certificates here from these people? Their license, their credentials. Where is it at? We all know he's not licensed or certified to do anything. But the fact that he's willing to get up on this ladder and do all this stuff, now if he would have fell and broke his ass, then what? Then he would be going to you all talking about, brothers and sisters, I was trying to clean the backboard of a basketball goal. You know, something I didn't have to clean anyway. And I fell and broke my ass. You won't believe it. I fell and broke my ass. Brothers and sisters, I fell and broke my ass. And then he want you all to give him money to take care of his fucking financial and medical needs because he chose to get up on a ladder and clean a backboard for a basketball goal. What was all that toilet cleaning at 4 years ago again? You can't make this up. That female is about as dense as
How we look?
We look great, King. We look great.
Yeah, that's all he
I'm
cleaned
feeling
for
good.
today.
This was a good day.
I'm sure.
Full moon in Capricorn, which is all about order, structure, getting it ready. Wipe my face off.
Okay. I got the garbage real quick.
That's all he can.
He said,
Wait a minute.
off, ladies. This is what you gotta do. Ow.
How is that worthy of him having this type of treatment? He got up there on a ladder you should not have been on and just cleaned the back of a basketball goal. The backboard. That's gross. Okay. So that's the first video from 4 years ago. Now let's take a look at the video he just posted up 1 day ago, 4 years later. Okay. Where he's sitting here scrubbing toilets, like literally. Because I want you all to understand, first of all, how comical and hilarious this is. But understand when he says things like, you know, the vendors did XYZ. They left poop in toilets and stuff. You know, okay, so who are these vendors?
This is insane. Absolutely insane. I
Mind
forgot
you
to get
all,
the bleach. I
he
will have to
already
do a couple
admitted-
rounds of this. Somebody let paint get in the toilet. My paint team let the paint fall in the toilet. Look at that.
Who's the paint
Let
team?
the paint fall.
Who's the paint team? Who's the paint team? Name the vendor or the contractor that came in and painted. You know, for shits and giggles, Umar. Who's the paint team? Because Brother Malik said you had women in there painting. Why you didn't get some men to do that? Do you hate women that bad where you want women in there painting, but not actual contractors, you know, even if it's men and women, contractors to actually do professional painting in a school you want children to be in? How many violations of OSHA laws are happening right now?
In the toilet and didn't even
I
get it
just
out.
don't understand. OSHA would have a
They
field
let the
day.
paint fall in the toilet and didn't even clean the paint out the toilet.
Why didn't he get a scrubber?
Know everything.
Look at
built
this
nothing.
nonsense.
Look
at all that stuff around. What are the vendors and contractors doing anything in the building?
Plumbing already been repaired and everything else. Ain't nothing wrong with the plumbing. Some bleach and some bathroom clean.
Yeah, they don't have pipes on the outside of the buildings to collect rainwater. That's why you see black mold growing on the outside of the buildings, permeating the actual structure itself through the foundation, through the walls. There are no pipes to connect outside the building to allow the rainwater to flow down out of the external piping. And he said plumbing is already done. How? We're looking at him cleaning toilets where it just sat for what, a year and a half, 2 years, by his own admission, by the way.
Now that's what I'm talking about. Oh yes.
Oh God.
Oh yes.
Why do you keep doing that?
Later. Black queens forever. Snow bunnies never.
Okay. They're gross.
Not all my Christians worship white Christ, though. I'm just being sarcastic.
I don't care.
I'm not even going to answer no dumbass question like that. Why is he cleaning?
Look at his paint job. Now, don't you all think, and just, go with me here on this, that if he had the money that he should have from all these donations and PayPals and Cash Apps to hire a cleaning team, that he would have done that, which would have been another contract service, right? I mean, if he truly wanted to make sure things were done the right way, wouldn't he have hired a cleaning team? Who were the vendor that came in and painted? Umar. And understand, I don't ask questions that I don't already know the answers to. It's just fun to hear you lie like hell. But just, you saying the vendors came in, your contractors came in, and they didn't flush the toilets. They came in, used the bathroom, didn't flush the toilets. That's what you said. How long them box to clean?
These Negroes are so weak-backed. Y'all complain over everything, cry over everything.
Who's complaining? Says the man that's about to scrub a toilet.
Somebody got tissue in the toilet, didn't even flush it. Contractors, brothers and sisters, these are brand new toilets. Brand new toilets, and this is what they do.
Who are the contractors?
Brand new toilets, and this is what they do.
He said contractors. Y'all caught that?
Off the hook.
Contractors.
Off the hook.
Who are they?
Brand new toilets.
Toilets.
That don't even belong in a toilet. This is insane.
Toilet. I don't understand. Who are the contractors?
The social media know-it-all. They know everything. Built nothing, know everything.
You didn't build anything either. You did not build this building, you clown. You literally are blaming the toilets being in the state that they're in on contractors. We're asking, who the hell is the contractor, Umar? Who's the contractor? Because the facts have shown so far that you had some women in here painting. Who are the contractors then? You see how his lies just fall flat? Because you're saying a contractor did this. That's the title of this video. Contractor destroyed the FDMG bathroom. Who is the damn contractor, Umar Johnson? This is why you have to question everything. Even if you know he's lying like hell, just so you can have it on the record.
The social media know-it-alls. Built nothing, know everything.
Oh, God. Who's the contractor?
messing my toilets up like this.
I'm still waiting on the
This
name
is
of the
crazy.
contractors.
This don't belong in here. Letting stuff fall all in my toilets.
Toilets, because toilets.
This is insane.
Toilet.
Absolutely insane.
It's half-ass cleaning is insane. Yeah, you can't make
forgot to get the bleach. I'm gonna have to do a couple rounds of this.
Yeah, because bleach is gonna be a great disinfectant. And
Man.
you didn't use it.
My goodness. Let paint fall in the toilet and didn't even clean it up.
Yeah, okay. So he keeps blaming all of this on contractors. So in order to have a contractor come and do any work in this building, they would need a permit. Okay. So I'm trying to figure out, if you had contractors come in and do something, you're blaming something that happened. And according to Umar, over a year and a half to 2 years ago, because like he said, no one's been inside that building, then who are the contractors? I'm just trying to see who the contractors. Why are you blaming these fictitious contractors that don't exist? Because if the two ladies or some ladies you had painting inside of that bathroom were the ones that painted and they weren't contractors at all, then wouldn't you just call them and tell them, hey, y'all left some shit in my toilet 2 years ago, 3 years ago, whenever they painted? Because otherwise, you're not naming the contractors, Umar. And we're going to check out the city of Wilmington's website regarding these permits and inspections to see exactly if any vendor or contractor has applied for a permit to do anything in those bathrooms to destroy a toilet. So let's get to it. Now you guys can see this is the city of Wilmington, Delaware citizens.muniselfservice.com, and you can click on permits and inspections, and then you search based upon the parcel ID number. So the first parcel that I put in, of course, gave me the 611 East 17th Street address. So what I'm going to do is, and I'll sort this because I want all of the FDMG school stuff to come together here. Now you guys can see the parcel ID number right here, 260-294-0027. That is the parcel ID number for this particular address. There are two parcel numbers because there are two buildings. So let's just click on the first one. You guys can see the status withdrawn and the fees paid, or if it was withdrawn, then I'm assuming the fees were not paid, for $150. Let's click on details. So this is withdrawn for some odd reason. And you guys can see here what I'm seeing. And I'm going to click on details at the bottom. You guys see the status of it being voided out. So let's click on the details, see what happened. We're going to go through all of them because, you know, I do this to prove a point. Yeah, I'm here for it. So if you guys look here, it was a fire invoice. It was issued on February 5th, 2021, expired February 5th, 2023 for General Electrical Services. So this was voided out. The fee was only $150. It's a plan review fee. That was voided. So let's take a look at the actual image. And if you guys see here, this is what this fire invoice would look like. Now, since this was voided out, you guys saw the expiration date was February 5th, 2023. How is it that you're getting anything done on the school when you don't have permits that are valid on file? This is just one so far. You guys see here the contractor information was Generation Electrical Services. This would have been for the school itself. You guys see down here at the bottom the comments. 601 through 611 East 17th Street, FDMG Academy, new lights and electrical equipment, check fire and sprinkler system. Can someone explain to me why this would be voided? Because we've seen the videos of some of the content creators like FamerTube, shout out to Uncle Mo TV, FamerTube, and the Mademoiselle, where they went to the schools and they filmed the outside of the schools this year. Mind you, this expired 2023. There is 2025 video footage that shows that there are fire hose connections that are rusted, that they certainly do not look like they've been inspected. And God only knows if there's going to be, some sort of water pressure in case there, is a fire or anything to even put out a fire based on what we've seen in those videos. So this was supposed to be to check that fire and sprinkler system. This expired 2023. So I just, stuff like this, how can anyone say that he's getting anything done? Let's go back. We're going to go back. This is one. This is the first one we clicked on. Yep. I'm going to go through each of them. So let's go to the second one. First one was withdrawn. Let's see what this is. It says active. Let's go to the next one. Because, I'm here for it. We've got time. Because Umar is saying that some contractors did something and he did a video that posted up a day ago. So if some contractors did something, then what exactly did they do without a permit? Right? I mean, what did they do? Who painted the bathroom stall as far as a contractor is concerned? Because we know he had a couple ladies who volunteered, seemed like, to do it. But he's now saying some contractors did it. Okay, so we're trying to find the permit for the contractors that painted those bathrooms. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down here? So I want to see factually whatever contractor was there doing anything through the use of a permit, because they would have needed that in order to do any work in that building. So you guys can see here another permit here from February 5th, 2021, expired February 5th, 2023. Premium Fire and Security LLC was the contractor name. Here's the contractor ID. Yet again, let's look at what this permit is. Let's see this. Okay, here's another one. Recertify existing fire alarm. Add one smoke detector. Do you all think this was done? Because, I mean, where's the proof that he's done this stuff? So here is another contractor, Premium Fire and Security LLC. You guys can clearly see that they came from Kennett Square, Pennsylvania. Y'all see the address here? Is this a real company? Y'all, if I Google this and this turns out to be a fake company, oh man. And it would be illegal if it were, right? But these permits must be displayed on premises in a prominent place. I have yet to see a permit being displayed in any of the videos that 3 content creators have done. Uncle Mo TV went there twice. I think the Mademoiselle went there twice. I know FamerTube went once and then said he was going to go back. Did y'all ever see any of these permits posted up that are current on any door, window, anywhere? Because y'all see here, must be displayed on premises in a prominent place, because we're not making this up. So let's go back, because I have yet to see these permits displayed anywhere in that school, on a door, on a window, or anything, even from the video footage Umar himself has collected. Even though he barely wants to show the inside of the school, cleaning toilets and sitting in the gym and all. But did you all ever see a permit posted anywhere? Umar, where are the permits? Let's go back. Let's go back, because I'm here for it, and we're going to go down the list. Yep. So that was the second one. Let's go to the third one. You all see here, it says active again. That's the first one. That's the second one. We're going down to this one. There's another $150 fee. Let's go see what this is. This is another plan review. Yeah, because plan review. A plan review does not indicate work is being done. It's basically like an inspection. So this is from Del Colo Security Technologies, Inc. And contractor ID is here, 31893. This is for, issued on November 2nd, 2022. Expired November 1, 2024. This expired last year, November 1st. We're going into, this is the October 14th, year of our Lord 2025. So this is expired already. Did y'all see any other permit for a Del Colo Security Technology? Let's click on this permit, see what we get. I want to make sure you guys see here. Hold on, let's click on it. I'm going to click on it. Okay, here it is. Del Colo Security Technologies. Y'all see this right here? This is the contractor. This expired on November 1 of 2024. Installation cellular unit for monitoring fire alarm panel. Does this thing even work? Yeah, this expired last year, November 1st. Must be displayed on premises in a prominent place. So how do we know if the monitoring fire alarm panel works? It hasn't been inspected since. And Del Colo Security Technologies better be a real company. I told you all, we got time for this. We're going to go back. We're going to check them. Because he said a contractor left some paint in a shitty toilet. That's what he said. We're not making this up. That came out of his mouth. So that was the third one. Let's go to the fourth one here. There's something expired. Yeah, and if you guys look at the fees here, 150, 150, 150, 36, 44. You see some 392, 196, 272. These permits are not that expensive. So the contributions that, the Umar Tardians are sitting over still, why are they not going towards permits? Let's go to the next one here for $36 because we got time today. So you can't make this stuff up, man. You just can't. And you guys can see this says status expired. General repairs changes expired/new. We're going to go through it. There's a status on here saying reviewing. And then there are two inspection types down below. Building rough framing and then building final. So we're going to check out these permits. First, I want to make sure we get the permit first, and then we'll check the inspections. So look at the details here. Now, it's saying reviewing. This was, it doesn't even say when it was issued. So either this building permit was just recently applied for, because reasons, or it's been sitting for a while. So let's go back, but it was $36 for the fee. And let's go down to, the status expired/new is confusing. I don't know. They need to pick one. Is it expired or is it new? It's just kind of contradictory. But we're reviewing the information. So I'm just telling you, I'm showing you all what I see here. And you guys are more than welcome to do this yourself and go behind me and check. If anyone out there is a certified, contractor, or, you do plumbing, electrical work, general repairs, any of that, feel free to chime in the comment section. Shout out to Brother Malik that we had on the Lady Luck Club platform in the show today. And he broke it down. And he has licenses and he's certified as a contractor. So to have that experience, go in and say, if you don't have a permit, anything you're claiming that a vendor or contractor is doing without a permit is illegal. It's illegal. And there are local ordinances, there are laws I mean, I don't know how many OSHA violations I saw with him pouring, solutions in these toilets and all this stuff. He's cleaning the toilet with the washcloth, and then he's using that same washcloth with the nasty ass toilet water to clean the seat and the handles on the toilets. It's so disgusting. It's like he was, born yesterday and doesn't know how to clean up. So you guys can see here, when you click on the inspection, you don't get any information. Building rough framing. That's it. There's no information there. Let's go back and click on if there is an inspection for the building final. No information. Okay. So let's go back to another entry for a permit. Yep, because we got time for it. So that was number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. This says complete for $44. And it would be for some plumbing. Okay, let's go to it. Plumbing work. Like I said, fees on these building permits are not that expensive. Umar has had people to volunteer vacation time, willing to dedicate week to 2 weeks with teams that are actual licensed certified contractors to do work in these school buildings. And he didn't take them up on their offer. You all saw how he acted. If you've seen the interview he did with Jamar, and it was another young lady, I can't remember her name. I'm actually going to do a reaction to that. He literally, it was like he was mocking Jamar because Jamar was offering him, some other resolutions to try to, get some help to get these schools open. He did not want the, service, the offer that Jamar was willing to, help him get some vendors and contractors. No, Umar said, we just need more money. It's like he's playing in people's faces, and, only the Umar Tardians are okay with that, I guess. So let's click on the permit for the plumbing work. It says completed. Okay. So if there was some plumbing work that it was being done this year, we will see a building permit for that. And it would not be expired. But if you all look here, it says issued building permit, issue date January 1923, expiration date March 4, 2024. That's last year, March. Ben Franklin Plumbing. And then you got the contractor ID there. So fees on here for the building permit, craft fee, building permit fee. Let's look at the permit. Look at the permit here. Must be displayed on premises in a prominent place. Did you all see any building permit on the outside of these schools? Because so far, we've seen black mold that has yet to be treated. Wouldn't you need a building permit to have a contractor come in and treat that black mold at the foundation? So you all can see here, expired March 4th, 2024. He said contractors left shit in the toilet. Ben Franklin Plumbing. Why would you not have the plumbers come back and do whatever they're going to do to the toilets? I'm just saying, this was expired last year. Install 12-gallon electric water heater in gym ceiling. That's what nothing to do with the toilets. Nothing to do with toilets or plumbing. He said the plumbing is good to go. You all see what they did. They installed a 12-gallon electric water heater in gym ceiling. Who did plumbing? Okay, so let's go back because I want you all to see this because, we're not making nothing up here. We're just reading the information. Let's go back. Okay, there's an inspection that's found. Let's see what this inspection is. So there was an inspection performed on the actual installation of that water heater in the gym. Not on all the plumbing. On that specific item or that specific task that was completed. Noted on the building permit. You have to be specific on these building permits. You cannot just say all of the plumbing is fixed when it specifically states that it was a water heater installed in a gym, an electric water heater in gym ceiling installed. That's not fixing all of the plumbing in the school building. So they passed the task they completed. This was as of performed on January 23rd, 23. Inspector named Glenn Smith. I expect Glenn Smith to work for the city of Wilmington. So there should be an employee who is or was there named Glenn Smith, because the city is the one that comes out and do the inspections. I mean, it has to meet the city city codes. And if there are any violations, the city will be the one to serve those violations. Let's go back. So that was for a water heater, because we got time today. So here's another one for the plumbing, $392. Let's check this out. Yeah, we're going through it because he said contractors came and left painting the toilet. Because Umar just says dumb things. No evidence to back it up. Umar, who are the plumbers that painted? We want you to give us the names and show the building permit or any permit for a painter to come in. The contractors who painted those ugly ass bathrooms purple. Tell us who they are. You're the one that's saying that they were contractors, Umar. That's what you're not realizing. You're self-snitching. You're not impressing anyone when you say some contractors came in and left paint in your toilet, when you can't prove that contractors were out there painting the bathroom in the first place. Why lie about that? It's a dumb thing to lie about. Look at this. Issued November 30th, 2022. Expired January 14, 2024. So let's see what was covered here. This was a little bit more pricier. Let's see what this building permit is. Okay, so let's share this one. Let's see the work done. I haven't seen any other building permits, though, for any plumbing going on. This expired on January 14, 24. Benjamin Franklin Plumbing. And you guys see here, and they even have an email for a contact person. Install censored flush valves for toilets, urinals, 2 sink faucets in room 107 and 108, water lines, and water heater. You see how they have to be specific in what they've done? This is 2 sinks, the urinals in room 107 and 108, water line and water heater for what they installed in the 2 rooms. Who painted? And if you're not paying the water bill, I mean, you can only expect so much water to flow in that building. But never mind the external pipes on the outside of the buildings that need to be installed to collect the rainwater, because you've got black mold growing on the building. But this was January 14, 2024. In room 107 and 108. What rooms are that? What are those rooms? Is that one? It seems like one singular bathroom, I guess. They only did 2. Sensor flush valves for toilets, urinals, 2 sink faucets in room 107 and 108. I mean, you're saying somebody came out and left paint in the toilets and they didn't flush the toilets. Did you call Benjamin Franklin Plumbing and ask them, hey, did one of y'all contractors, leave shit in my toilet and then flush the toilet? I'm still trying to figure out who the contractors are. Oh, this is funny as hell to me. Who those contractors are that came out and left that shit in that toilet? I mean, seriously, let's be honest about this. And then, of course, there was an inspection that was done. And it says here on January 23rd, 23, it passed inspection by Glenn Smith again. So Glenn Smith hopefully works for the city. So let's go back, because we got time today. Hell yeah, I'm doing this. That was the plumbing. Let's get down to Calvert Mechanical Systems. Yeah, let's see what this is. So this is heating. And you all, I heard Umar say Umar's been in here for the past year and a half, almost 2 years anyway. Yeah, okay, we know that. Y'all see when these permits are expiring? They're expiring January, March. One was November 2024. No one's been in there since then. And he's saying these buildings are going to be open in time. They're going to be open, right? So let's get to it. Let's see what this permit is here. All right. We're trying to get to the details of this, because Umar be lying like hell. Man, look at this. Issued September 29, 22. Expired November 13, 2023. He said all that is needed is the floors. And yet we've seen the conditions of the bathrooms, the conditions of the paint, all that junk cluttered up in the gyms, black mold, light fixtures broken, trash. I mean, OSHA violations stacking up. Who knows how the classrooms look? I haven't seen any desks or chairs, furniture, supplies, books, anything for learning in any of the classrooms, because he refuses to actually show the full inside of the school buildings. He doesn't even have to show us. Why don't you let your Umar Tardians in there and let them go in and film? Because social media and all, struggle streamers, blah, blah, blah. So this expired November 13th of 2023. Let's see what's going on with this one. Yeah, we got time today. Once again, this should have been displayed, if it were active and invalid, would have been displayed in a prominent place. Calvert Mechanical Systems, Inc. So let's scroll down. Replace like gas electric package system. This is what you all see here. The details are important because they're not going to do anything beyond that. Umar expects people to work for free or volunteer. That's not how the hell it works when it comes to these building permits. Because if something goes wrong, then you're going to sit here and do what you're doing. You're going to accuse these contractors of leaving paint in toilets and not flushing the toilet after they took a big dupe. But yet you don't have a building permit to show anyone was in there painting in the first place. And then the building permits we're looking at are all expired so far. Only one is still reviewing. So, this replace like gas electric package system. On what? For what? Heating? The heater? The gas? What? I'm going to tell you all right now. It's it's a damn shame that he's willing to sit here and go through all this when this is information that people can look up. Let's not forget the Mademoiselle did a FOIA request. And they told her there was nothing on file for inspection reports. And we're looking at what we're able to find on the city of Wilmington's website. Shout out to Black Anonymous. Shout out to Brother Malik. Because you can't make this stuff up. So this is part of that heating commercial. Yeah. So many things that still need to be done and repaired to that school, starting with the black mold, because it would not pass anybody's inspection. And you guys have seen the fire hose connections and all of that. No inspections done on that recently. This was going back to 2023. So performed September 9, 25, Glen Pass. So if we go into this, we better see, where's the inspection that shows that? Where's the inspection report? Something passed, but where's the inspection report? How do you not see that? Y'all see here? Details. There's no inspection report link or anything here. You see just perform date. And then the inspector and pass. That's it. No more information on this. But yet the permit expired back in 2023. Okay, let's go to the next one. Just showing you all what's in the system. So far, nobody with painting. or, leaving poops in the toilet. Okay, let's go to the next one. 272. Another Calvert mechanical work commercial. Let's see what that's about. Because I want you all to be able to see all of this information here. Because you can't make this stuff up, man. You can't make this up. So this issued July 26, 2023, expired September 8, 2024. The other permit expired in 2023, but they did an inspection September 9th, 2025. Why did they wait 2 years to inspect something? Let's look at this permit. I want to make sure you guys can see this information here. So we're looking at this permit. And this is expired on September 8, 2024. Calvert Mechanical Systems, Inc. And the details here. Furnish and install AC system, refrigeration, and condensation piping. Connect line voltage, furnish remote, and crane to set. So that the piping line on the outside of the buildings are not there at all. So where is this stuff at? This is going back to July 26th of 23, expired on September 8th, 24. It's October 14th, 2025. I want you all to see how this does not add up to anything that he's saying is being done. You're not seeing inspection reports at all. And the permits themselves are expired. Not one permit so far have we come across that reflects anything current except the one that's reviewing. And how long has that been in place where it's been reviewing? So we're going to go back. We are. Let's go back. Let's go back. There was an inspection that was done. Let's go here. As you all can see, this was done October 12th, 2023, 10 a.m. by an Ellis Blomquist. This was going back to 2023 for this inspection. Nothing's been done to it for 2 years. The school has not been open. It's not operated or actually been fully functional unless Umar is living in it. And if that's the case, Umar, you should be ashamed of yourself trying to blame someone else on your dookie balls. You taking poops in toilets and you leaving it in there and you get mad at the contractors who painted. Once again, not seeing anybody painting. So, this is stuff that people can go out and research, read for themselves, just like I'm doing. This is another building permit, fire protection. Seems like, none of these are valid and open in 2025. Look at this. November 9th, 2022, expired 12/24, 2023 on Christmas Eve of 2023. Let's look at the actual permit. Share this tab. Okay. So, as you all can see here, this is Del Colo Security Technologies. This expired December 24, 23. Install fire alarm rated cellular communicator for the existing fire alarm system. For the existing alarm system. This expired back in 2023. Umar said himself, no one's been in these buildings for a year and a half, 2 years. So no reason why the toilets should look the way they look. Okay. You'd be absolutely right. But they look the way they look because no one's flushing toilets. You're certainly not cleaning them out, and you don't have a cleaning crew. I'm still waiting on who painted and left the paint in the toilet. Because the word is toilet, Umar, not toilet. When toilets start, somehow becoming filled with poop, and then, you're not flushing them, those toilets gonna look like the shit that you put in it. You can't make this up, man. Oh, you gotta laugh to keep from having a headache. I don't even know how to put this. Umar's the worst. It's just crazy. We're gonna go back to another. Let's go. This is a permit for a sign is commercial. Let's check this out. Let's see what this is for. Cause I got time today. Oh, I got time. We doing this. October. This is August 18th, 2022. Expired 10/2/2023. Easy Signs LLC. Let's see the permit. Let's see this permit here. And as you all can see, Easy Signs LLC. This is going to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So they're in Philly. Non-illuminated wall sign, FDMG. Even for them to put up a non-illuminated wall sign, you need a permit for that. Umar, where's the painting permit for the painters that left the paint in the toilet with the shit? This expired on October 2nd, 2023, by the way. Umar, I'm not seeing a permit for painting. Yeah, because I enjoy proving a point. This is crazy. Why lie that bad? Why lie that bad? Umar, just admit it. You took a poop in the toilet and you forgot to flush it, and it sat there for 2 years. It'd be much easier if you just kind of admit, this is your fault. You can't make this stuff up. So there are a couple more here. It's like 2 or 3 more we're going to go through. Let's go back to this. So here's another permit for a signed commercial. And this is still for the 611 East 17th Street building. Okay? We're still on the same building. Because I'm thorough like that. Let's share this tab. Easy Signs LLC. You guys see here. This is another permit expired on 10/2/23. Non-illuminated wall sign, crescent sign. So this is a little different from the other permit. This one is the crescent sign. Even for a sign, you need a permit. How do you not need a permit for paint if you've got contractors doing it? This is insane. Once again, Umar, why lie about that? And yes, we're holding you to everything you say because, you're the one saying it. I mean, it wouldn't be this bad if you didn't lie so bad. So let's go back here. There are 2 more here. I see this is for the General Electrical Services. He said all they need is flooring. We're not even seeing a permit for the floors. You still have black mold, broken lights, probably non-operable cameras. The fire hose connections, and all that plumbing need to be inspected. You said the plumbing was good to go. Where? We see black mold on the buildings. What do you mean? Who's going to come out and clean that black mold? That's what I'm curious to know. Who's going to be out there cleaning up all that black mold, Umar? And down to the foundation, not painting over it. Because you're going to have a lot of kids sick if they walk up in there. And, it'll be the parents' fault as well. Because you'll let your kid go into a building where you can visibly see black mold on the side of the buildings. That's not something you resolve by painting over it. You can't even pressure wash that away. It has to be treated. OSHA needs to go out there and pay that building a visit. It's got to be some... Man, you can't make this up. Look at this. There's got to be some whole lot of stuff growing inside those walls. November 5th, 2020, expired December 20th, 2021. Generation Electrical Services. I believe I pulled this up earlier in the live we had with Brother Malik, who was able to, give some background information on these permits. This is, you guys can see, Generation Electrical Services, expired back on December 20th, 21. Replace lighting, replace 2 electrical panels, replace receptacles. Why are there ceiling tiles still missing? Why aren't the ceiling tiles filled in? You said all that needs to be done is floors, Umar. Never mind the black mold, the ceiling tiles missing, all that shit, the cleaning. Never mind any of that. And you're saying this on podcasts that are being put on social media, and then you get mad when people react to it, Umar, and call you out on your lie. I'm still waiting on the painting. This is all that was done according to this permit. They only replaced 2 electrical panels, replaced receptacles, replaced lighting. Where? In the hallway? In the classrooms? Where? It didn't say all lighting. This is another reason why you got to be thorough and specific. So let's go back. There was no inspection on that, just the permit. Just so y'all can see, inspections down here, 0. So we're gonna go back because yes, we got time for this. This is the last one for the 611 East 17th Street address. This is, let's see, plumbing. Okay, let's see what this is. These are just the permits we're looking at. Y'all see for the inspections, there's not a whole lot of detail. There are no inspection reports itself. And it's not a whole lot of details on the inspection part of this website here. This is just for the permit. This was done, issued on April 13, 2022, and expired on May 28, 2023. Contractor named Gregory Milaseca. And they have a contractor ID number. Let's take a look at this contract. This permit, and see what's going on with this. Okay, so this is old, from May 28, 2023, when it expired. Gregory Milaseca. Replace broken pipes and fixtures in kind at 601 East 17th Street. This is not even matching the address at 611. Y'all see this? Permit 611 East 17th Street. This is saying that it replaced broken pipes and fixtures in kind at 601 East 17th Street. 601. Because I can't make this up. Why is it not 611? Was that a mistake or a typo? And if it were, wouldn't they have caught that when they did a so-called inspection? Who at the City of Wilmington Department of Licenses and Inspections Office did not look at the details to see, okay, this says 601, this says 611. Did you all do the work at 611 or was it done at 601? Because this permit should be for a 601. Because details matter. And then this would have had to be displayed on premises in a prominent place. But it would have been for the wrong address. Make this make sense. God, you can't make this up. Yeah, I don't know what the hell going on. And then, of course, no inspections, 0. Yeah. If there were inspections, I would click the links. But there's none. And you guys can always go behind me and fact check this stuff. All right. So, oh my God, you can't make this up. So that was the last one. I think that's the last one for the 611. Yeah, because we're being thorough today for FDMG. Now, you guys can see here, it starts with Goodwill and all of that. We don't care about that because it wasn't FDMG. So let's go back to the beginning. And now we're going to look at the permits for the second parcel ending in 28. The first one was ending in 27. This one ends in 28. And this is going to be for the 610. You guys can see that right here. 610 East 17th Street. There are only 2 for FDMG. The rest is like the other previous businesses. So let's look at the first one. This is general repairs changes. So you guys can see the permit here. And then if there are inspections found, it'll be right here. But it's not giving me an inspections report because of reasons. God. You can't make this stuff up. So this is one where it was administered July 22nd, 2020, expired September 5th, 2021. Contractor name, Dependable Constitution of Delaware, I'm assuming, or construction. Dependable to Construction of Delaware. It could be constitutional. Who knows? Dependable. I want to assume that's construction of Delaware, but let's look at the actual permit. Okay, so you guys can see here, it was for general repairs and changes for 610 East 17th Street. Yes, dependable construction of Delaware. You guys see that there. What does it say? Interior cleanup of 4 rooms with fire damage. What the hell? There was fire damage, Umar. What was on fire? Fire damage? This is why we're taking our time with this. Fire damage. You can't make this up. Anyone knows what 4 rooms had fire damage at the 610 East 17th Street? 4 rooms had fire damage. What was on fire? This can't be something new. Someone please in the comment section tell me exactly what was on fire. What had fire damage? Because you all remember he lied about the actual vandalism, but that didn't involve any fire. And that was what, in 2023 or 24? This is saying, going back to 2020, 2021. 4 rooms with fire damage, interior cleanup. So clearly he has the ability to have interior cleanup done, but I'm sure based on the fact that you have, construction coming out, the damage to these 4 rooms had to be significant. We're not talking about just mopping and sweeping here. So I want to know what 4 rooms had fire damage and what the hell was on fire. And when did this occur? This is, y'all see this here under FDMG. Here's the school. Interior cleanup of 4 rooms with fire damage. So let's go back to the inspections because you can't make this up. And let me share this again. So here you have the building rough framing. So they had to do fire damage down to the foundation. This is insane. No information over here. No inspection was done. What were the 4 rooms that had fire damage, Umar? And no inspection was done on any construction, any interior cleanup that was done to those 4 rooms. You had a permit for it, but there's no information for the inspection report here. So when people say, hey, you can go on the website, like the city, when it came to the FOIA request, telling the mademoiselle to check the website, okay, Lady Luck Club did it, and there's nothing here. And you're talking about 4 rooms with fire damage. I'm not saying anything. I haven't seen anything to indicate that there was fire damage done to the 610 building. Nothing here for the second inspection reports. It's 2 links. I clicked on both, and there's nothing there. You guys can go behind me because you can't make this up. Let's go to the second one here. Fire damage. You can't make this stuff up. This is crazy. Okay, this has fire report. So let's see what this is. Because if there were 4 rooms with fire damage, you guys can see here it was issued on July 29, 2021. No expiration date found. This more than likely was a fire. It's just a fire report. So it wasn't like any construction or anything done. This is just a permit generating the report. $55.50 fee, flat rate. See, fire reports. Let's see what that looks like. And let's share this. This is the last permit here. As you all can see here, it's just the fire report right here. July 29, 2021. And it says here, 610 East 17th Street, 2020-11325, 2019-20025, 2014-4962, Heather Cunningham. What does this mean? What does this mean? City of Wilmington Fire Marshal's Office. So that building had fire damage done to 4 rooms. And this is all that's in the fire report? This is so weird. Umar hasn't said anything about something being on fire unless I missed it. You can't make this up. That's all we got, y'all. That's all the information on that website. But you guys are more than welcome to go behind me and double check me. I'm curious to know about this fire. Because I didn't even know any of the buildings had been on fire. Who knew? What the hell? 4 rooms were damaged to the point where they had to have a permit for construction, but no inspection done. And then you get a fire report that doesn't say anything about the fire. It looks like it gave some dates and incident reports. And that's it. Yeah, that's all we got. So thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you guys hit the like button and subscribe. Y'all, let me tell you something. This stuff like this is important to know because it gives you an idea of what all is truly wrong with these school buildings, with these buildings. And this is why people call them bandos. They don't seem to be up to code on anything. There are no active permits, only one reviewing, but no valid active permits on file currently. And the inspection reports are garbage. They're absolute garbage. They're not giving any information. And you guys can go behind me and click on those inspection reports that were allegedly done. The ones that passed, I would question them because there's no report generated and there's no information on the website. So who the hell knows what was actually inspected, tested, reviewed or anything? No photos, no nothing to go along with these inspection reports. And it just passing. One passed just this year, September 9th. This stuff doesn't add up. And all he keeps saying is that, they need to replace the floors. This is insanity. So make sure you guys tune in tomorrow. We're going to be on a panel with Jay Witt Podcast, my brother in Christ, and KKC, The Lounge, I think, Basic Black Podcast, and a couple other fantastic content creators going over Umar's interview with the Danza Project. That should be hilarious, and I am here for it. So bring your popcorn and your Kool-Aid and get ready to chill back with the Lady Luck Club as we are going to be joining Jay Witt as the host of a fantastic panel. Content creators that are putting their foot on Umar's neck, no matter how bad he hates it. I don't really care if he hates it or not. But either way, you guys hit the like button and subscribe to the Lady Luck Club. And the resources for the website will be in the description of the video, along with products tag for Dr. Squatch products, soap and deodorant and shaving cream and all kinds of toiletries and packages, bar soaps, individual bar soap packages that you can purchase through the actual items, the products that will be tagged in the description of this video. I do receive a commission on those sales of the products, and it goes back towards the channel. We need new lighting in the LLC, so it's going to go to that first. All right. Thank you all so much, and until the next one, Lady Luck Club out. Deuces.